poisoning is a nightmare you don't want to wake up to. It's a one-way ticket to misery with symptoms that'll have you begging for mercy. We're talking about nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, the whole 9 yards. But don't worry, I'm here to make sure you don't end up a casualty in your own kitchen. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 foolproof tips to prevent food poisoning. We'll cover everything from basic hygiene to proper cooking techniques, so you can enjoy your meals without worrying about ending up in the emergency room. This isn't some amateur hour cooking show. This is about taking control of your kitchen and your health. So, put on your aprons, sharpen your knives, and get ready to learn how to conquer food safety like a true culinary warrior.
First things first, we need to establish a clean and organized workspace. That means washing your hands thoroughly with soap and hot water before you even think about touching your ingredients. And don't even get me started on cross-contamination. Keep your raw meat separate from everything else, you hear me? Use different cutting boards, different knives, keep it all separate. We're not running a petri dish experiment here, people. Next up, cooking temperatures. Undercooked chicken is a recipe for disaster, a one-way ticket to food poisoning city. Invest in a meat thermometer and make sure your poultry reaches a core temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me make this crystal clear. If you're experiencing stomach cramps, stay away from the kitchen. I don't care if you're making a Michelin star meal or a simple sandwich, just step away from the food. You're a walking biohazard, spreading germs faster than a kitchen fire. Do yourself and everyone else a favor and let someone else handle the cooking until you're back to full health.
Food poisoning isn't a one-size-fits-all experience. There's a whole army of bacteria and viruses out there ready to wage war on your gut. We're talking salmonella, E. coli, norovirus. The list goes on. Each one comes with its own special brand of misery, from stomach cramps to fever and diarrhea. Knowing the symptoms can help you identify the culprit and get the right treatment.
Now let's talk about the usual suspects, the foods most likely to harbor these nasty pathogens. Undercooked meat, especially poultry, is public enemy number 1. Raw eggs are another culprit, so ditch the runny yolks and cook those omelets properly. Unpasteurized dairy products, shellfish, and even leafy greens can be contaminated, so wash everything thoroughly before cooking.
Proper food storage is crucial in the fight against food poisoning. Your refrigerator is not a free-for-all. It's a carefully controlled environment designed to keep food fresh and bacteria at bay. Store raw meat on the bottom shelf to prevent cross-contamination and keep your refrigerator temperature at a steady 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Remember, bacteria thrive in warm temperatures, so don't give them a chance to throw a party in your fridge.
Chapter 7. Safe Food Handling. Channel your inner surgeon. When it comes to handling food, think of yourself as a surgeon. You need to be precise, meticulous, and above all, clean. Wash your hands frequently. Use separate cutting boards for raw meat and vegetables, and don't even think about using the same utensil for raw and cooked food. These simple steps can make all the difference in preventing cross-contamination.
Your senses are your first line of defense against food poisoning. If something looks off, smells off, or feels off, it probably is. Don't be afraid to throw things out if you're unsure. It's better to be safe than sorry. Remember, food poisoning is a gamble you don't want to take.
Expiration dates exist for a reason. They're not just arbitrary numbers pulled out of thin air. They indicate when a food is at its peak, freshness and safety. Pay attention to them and don't try to push your luck. Remember, a few days past the expiration date is one thing, but eating food that's been sitting in the back of your fridge for months is just asking for trouble.
There you have it. 10 commandments of food safety, straight from yours truly. Follow these tips and you'll be well on your way to enjoying delicious, worry-free meals. Remember, food poisoning is a serious matter, but it's also entirely preventable. By taking a few simple precautions, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from this culinary nightmare. So, go forth and cook with confidence, knowing that you have the knowledge and skills to conquer any kitchen challenge. And for God's sake, wash your hands.